There might be a vegetable that's sitting in your refrigerator right now that could help you live longer, feel better, and rarely get sick. Yeah, I know it sounds a bit far-fetched. Stick with me here because today we are going to take an in-depth look at a group of vegetables that do exactly that. I'm Dr. Joanette. I'm an ER doctor, professor of medicine, and also a Blue Zone native. I teach people how to love the life that they are in without having to have any extreme biohacks or expensive shortcuts. And in today's video, you are going to learn the 6 incredible ways that these veggies right here protect our brain and body, as well as detox our body and balance our hormones. We're talking cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, and Brussels sprouts. In addition to that, kale. I call these the superstars of our veggie world. Cruciferous vegetables belong in a special family called the Bacilliaceae family. That is just a fancy way of saying that they have some really cool and unique properties. And the real magic, though, is compounds called glucosinolates. Think of these compounds like little tiny packages of potential. They really don't do very much all on their own, but when we chop them up, chew them, and blend them into smoothies, these vegetables release an enzyme called myrosinase, is the key that then unlocks those little packages of potential, and it turns our glucosinolates into some really powerful bioactive compounds. So when those packages are opened up and activated by myrosinase, what comes out are primarily 3 amazing compounds. Number 1 is sulforaphane. This is a really potent antioxidant. Number 2, it's indole-free carbonyl, also known as receipt, which will later become DIP, or about DIM later. But DIM is important in balancing hormones. The third one is allyl isothiocyanate, AITC, which helps support our liver detox and also has an additional property that helps our body fight harmful microbes. So next time that you crunch into some raw broccoli or add a little kale to your smoothie, you are triggering a microscopic chemical reaction that will literally activate your body's longevity systems. It is a system for detoxing, protecting, and balancing our hormones in our body. Let's start with that detox system. Let's take a look at that. Now, a lot of people, when they hear detox, what they think is a juice cleanse or some other type of cleanse that also involved additional supplements. But what most people don't realize is our body already has an amazing way that it is detoxing every minute of every single day throughout our life. That system resides in our liver, and this is how that really important system in our liver works. Our liver detoxes in 2 different phases. Phase 1 is when it takes any toxins, whether they come from the air pollution, the food we eat, or other substances, even our very own metabolism, and it turns those compounds or those toxins into some intermediate compounds. But here's the catch. Those new compounds can be more dangerous than the original toxins. Yikes. Now we enter into phase 2. And thank goodness for phase 2, because this is where these cruciferous vegetables come in. Remember that sulforaphane and the I3C we talked about earlier that came out of the little package of potential? Well, those 2 compounds activate a gene that then will power up phase 2. And when we power up phase 2, then these compounds that are enzymes and they are already part of our body's cleanup crew get activated. And what they're able to do is they take those really dangerous compounds that are left, that intermediate phase after phase 1, and they neutralize them so that now they can be excreted either in our gut or through our kidneys, eliminating from our body and safely getting rid of them. So when you eat the cruciferous vegetables, what you're doing is you are teaching your body how to power up its very own detoxicity, because you are giving it what it needs to take those intermediate toxins and turn them into safe compounds that can be easily eliminated. What this tells me is that we don't really need to do any of those expensive juice cleanses or buy the supplements that are supposedly helping our phase 2 get powered up. You can buy these chemicals as supplements, but you don't need to, because by eating the cruciferous vegetables, you are giving your body exactly what it needs to detox things that come our way. I do want to talk a little bit, though, about heavy metals. More and more heavy metals are in our environment, in our food, and getting into our body, causing toxicity within our body. And sometimes we have so many of them in our body that even the things like our cruciferous vegetables aren't able to get rid of them. If you feel like you've had a high exposure or you're concerned about them, see a functional medicine doctor and talk to them about getting tested for them, as well as how is a way for you to safely eliminate them. I don't recommend you trying to do this with any detox or cleanse program on your own. Next up is our protect and defend system. This is a system that is called the NRF2 pathway. And when that system gets turned on or activated, it's kind of like we have just flipped on this giant master switch for our body's detoxifying systems. Here's the thing. Our detox system begins to slow down around the age of 35. Now, if we want to live to be 100 and beyond, we need to do things that will continue to support our detox system. Things like eating cruciferous vegetables. We need it to stay active, because down the road, downstream effects of having not enough of this system, the NRF2 system, we will develop things like cancer, heart disease, and other inflammatory-driven diseases and illnesses. Now, let's get a bit nerdy. This is the best part as far as I'm concerned. And if you aren't into all of the science, that's okay. But stick with me, because trust me, it's going to be worth it. Remember that sulforaphane, that chemical, and that chemical, it's your cells. What it does is it tells your NRF2 pathway to generate a password. That password then unlocks a protected section of your DNA. And what's inside that protected section? There's a really cool program. A program that then begins to run and activate additional programs that will then produce hundreds of antioxidants as well as other protective proteins. Also, that program runs and silences genes that we now know can cause disease. If you are learning something new, make sure that you subscribe as well as share this episode with someone that you know would be interested and could also use it. When all of those hundreds of longevity proteins, detox proteins get created, the top 3 ones are some really powerful proteins. They are exactly what our body needs to support our detox systems and also activate our longevity systems. These 3 longevity programs that your body makes are: number 1, glutathione. Glutathione is a master antioxidant. Number 2 is SOD, superoxide dismutase. When we don't have enough of this little compound, we now know that it is linked to the formation of Alzheimer's, dementia. And the third one is catalase. Catalase is a cellular super defender. If detox was an Olympic sport in our body, they would all get gold medals. They all are super free radical fighters. In other words, they help our body get rid of oxidative stress. Think of oxidative stress as cellular rust. When we have oxidative stress, it is literally rusting our cells. And that stress can be caused by just stress in our environment or air pollution, and even just lots of the aging processes that are occurring in our body every single day. So when we flip on that NRF2 system and it goes out there and puts in the password and gets all those chemicals, those proteins that are produced, what they're doing is they're getting rid of all of that rust before it can become a problem in our body. Studies have shown that sulforaphane is probably one of the most powerful natural NRF2 activators that was ever discovered. You can purchase sulforaphane as an expensive supplement, or you can just eat, just saying, your cruciferous vegetables. So, you know what? Your mom was right when she said, eat your broccoli. It's good for you. I know. I didn't like to hear it either. But if you want to really seriously to supercharge your NRF2 pathway, eat your broccoli. But there's something you can do that's even better, and that is purchase some broccoli sprouts. Eat a handful of them every day. Now, some of us, in fact, many of us, probably aren't going to be able to find or purchase broccoli sprouts, but that's not going to be a problem, because when you scroll down to the description below, I have included a link to where you can purchase some freeze-dried broccoli sprouts, and 1 teaspoon of those freeze-dried broccoli sprouts is equivalent to a whole handful of the fresh broccoli sprouts. Sprinkle them on your salad. Put them in your smoothie, because they have up to 100 times more sulforaphane than mature broccoli. If you're interested in the research, also, I've included a link down in the description below. And the third system that we want to talk about is our hormone balancing system. When we eat cruciferous vegetables, they just aren't about detox, which is really cool and really important, but they also help our body balance estrogen. Estrogen, we think of as a female hormone. Many people don't realize is estrogen is important for both women as well as men. So when you eat cabbage or Brussels sprouts, they will trigger some chemical reactions that create a substance called DIM, dimethylindolmethane. It is a compound that will help your liver convert estrogen into its more beneficial functional type forms. And for you guys, it also inhibits aromatase. Remember, if you have aromatase is what will convert your testosterone into estrogen, which is something you don't want to necessarily have a lot of that happening. So when you eat your broccoli and your Brussels sprouts, it helps your body keep your testosterone as testosterone and make more of it available and usable. But for the women, it helps us convert our estrogen into more usable forms. And as a result, it prevents the less usable forms of estrogen building up. These are the forms that cause PMS, acne, mood swings, and even some of those estrogen-related cancers. So that's why these veggies also are able to support our reproductive health. When our liver, in the form of either supplements or cruciferous vegetables, and I recommend always going to Mother Nature and using Mother Nature as your supplements, as your medicine, it's a lot less expensive and it's better for us. When your liver has what it needs, our body then can be detoxed. Our cells are going to be protected and our hormones are going to be balanced. The result, we get nice steady energy. Our mood stays nice and even. Our skin is clear, and probably most importantly, our risk of chronic disease will drop. I think of it as when we eat these vegetables and get all of these positive and beneficial compounds, it's like someone turns on the lights inside of our body and our brain. You know, as they say in that infomercial, which we all really hate. But wait, There's more. You're right. There is more, because one of the byproducts of these vegetables, of all these processes, can also cross our blood-brain barrier. Those cruciferous vegetables will even help protect our neurons. They reduce inflammation within our brain and help us learn better as well as remember better. And I don't know about you, but as I've gotten older, anything that will help me learn better and remember better, especially where I put my glasses and a few other things, I'm gonna give a try. But now, we've learned all of this really amazing information, and you might be wondering, okay, I got it. I need to eat these veggies, but let's make it practical. How do you get the most out of these veggies? To really get the most out of them, we need to eat them raw. But maybe you don't like raw cabbage or raw cauliflower or raw broccoli. I don't like raw Brussels sprouts. So in that case, you can lightly steam them, because myrosinase, that enzyme that then kicks off all of those fabulous pathways, is heat sensitive. So here's another little tip. If perchance you happen to overcook them, then after they're cooked, sprinkle some mustard seed powder. What it will do is it will reactivate not all of, but a lot of the sulforaphane production in the vegetable. The other thing you can do, and we talked about this earlier, was purchase those freeze-dried Brussels sprouts. Eat them a few times a week. Remember, that teaspoon of freeze-dried Brussels sprouts equals a whole handful of sprouts. And lastly, mix it up. Eat a variety of these vegetables. Don't just limit yourself to broccoli, which is amazing, and it is. If you do, then you'll still get so much benefit, but include that cauliflower, your cabbage, and your Brussels sprouts. Also, add in things like bok choy and kale, because each of these vegetables have just a little different form of some of these important compounds. So these cruciferous vegetables don't just help us live longer, they also help us love that life that we have and that we are living today. They work behind the scenes, detoxifying, protecting, balancing, all at a cellular level. So if this video was helpful, please like it, as well as subscribe, and don't forget to share it with someone that you love. If you're interested in some recipes, I've got some great ones over on my website, growwithdrjoanette.com. I've even linked a few of them right down below. There's some of my favorite recipes and favorite ways to enjoy these amazing veggies. Next time you chop up that broccoli or toss some kale into your smoothie, just remember, you're not just feeding your body, you are activating your longevity systems. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Dr. Joanette. I'll see you next time on the Dr. Joanette channel.